Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm gonna. How's everybody doing this lovely afternoon? Or evening, morning, whatever time it is, anywhere. I'm gonna give it a few moments, as always, for everybody to hop on. The ones that are here early, if you could retweet it, be a pal, that'd be great. Other than that, we'll see what we got going. If you got some early requests you want to put out, go ahead and put them out now so we can figure out what they are and we can check on them. Let me go ahead and open up the restream link. Restream chat. Yeah, man, look at these markets. These markets are doing they're looking not bad. Look at that. No looting dump yet. Yo, Beastie, are you ready for tomorrow? We're gonna be pumping eBay because everything's gonna be listed on eBay. SDAO, SQQ. We'll check them both because I don't think they're gonna be going anywhere. There's still a possibility of another leg up on SPY is the thing. Like, we still have this gap up here. I mean, I guess other things' gaps are filled, but this looks like it's blowing right through the gap over here on NDX as well. So let's see. Yo, Dime. What's up, dude? How are you, man? Alright, we'll give it about 1 minute more and then we'll get going. We'll do some Bitcoin, we'll do some Legacy. We're gonna go ahead and check Legacy a little bit. Yeah, man, let's see if I start talking bullish of your positions or bearish of your positions. We'll check them. Microsoft. I think Microsoft will go. Nope, everything is still up. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're gonna go ahead and I just wanted to take a peek at Dixie and SPY. Like, Dixie's still going down, my plan still goes ahead, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep my plan in place. We were watching this range the last couple streams, and it finally started breaking down last week, which is great. This is the last final zone it needs to hold. If it doesn't hold the zone, we'll go ahead and see that 95 level. I'm not trading Dixie directly. I'm just using it more so as an indicator for a couple things. So more so something I'm just watching rather than trading directly. SPX, there's no bad thing about this candle. I would assume this candle would have been down below 3K, but we opened over 3K, and it doesn't look bad right now. Let's see, it has some work to do. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. It's only 9 p.m. We don't open until tomorrow. So I'm off tomorrow, so most likely I'll be posting about this around like 6 in the morning because I won't be going to sleep again. So we'll see what happens with this market tomorrow. Just a quick run up on Bitcoin. I mean, hasn't really done anything yet, and I mean, let's see if it does anything. We have some things that we need to break, but I would say this whole little cluster right here needs to go. So once this whole area starts to go, I mean, you're seeing right here we're having some trouble breaking out. So I'd rather long once we see that we're actually over this whole entire area rather than try to long sooner. So let's wait for candle price action to get up here and we can go from there. Going to the daily on this one. Daily's not bad right now. I mean, the 20 SMA, everything's over the 20 SMA currently. If we pulled this out, I mean, it's underneath resistance. It could still pop a little bit, so that's still is a possibility. But at the moment, it's getting rejected. So let's see how it goes. The weekly, nothing really too good about the weekly. It looks like it's gonna get rejected a little bit more and come back down for sure to 82. So that's how I'm playing my thing. Dude, yeah, man, ADA, I haven't checked it. I kept hearing about everybody telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, man, my boy has a bag and he has a huge one. Let's check it. Oh, dude, this is just getting started. So I'm sure we've talked about this, about coins being in ranges from like August 19. Like that's the easiest way to go ahead and find a bunch of gains in crypto is find things that are stuck in a range since last year and wait for the pop. Beautiful tap over here based off these lines. Once we can go ahead and flip over here, this will be in a new like paragram, and we'll go ahead and see it come up to here first. So you'll see this target hit. Just need that little flip. That's all you need. Silver too, yeah. We'll go ahead and check silver. Let's go check it over here. BAS. Pan American Silver. Ichi looks beautiful on here on the daily. Like all other things silver related, when silver dipped, they recovered so strong, which was unbelievable. The dips that they had on these things, I feel like they were like once in a blue moon dips that you'll never get again. So I really highly doubt we're ever gonna get these dips that we got on some of these miners and these players. Like, oh my God, $10 and the price is at $30 almost, like three times just spot price. Imagine an options play from the bottom. I was too scared, but here's a weekly. We have a weekly bullish TK. Beautiful weekly bullish TK. That's amazing. So we'll go ahead and see how price action rolls out over here this week. Main focus would be is making sure this holds this level over here. If it can hold, then beautiful. Let's keep playing continuation, zooming in. I guess you'd want to watch silver too and see how that's doing. Oh, metals are open. Let's check it. Um, yeah, I can check all those tickers that you guys are listing. So list away, because that gives me stuff to look at before I go through my list and become robotic. Yeah, silver futures are like several major boxes of mine. So like right here, I would say would be the most important one. We're really flipping that one. I mean, silver is going up really diagonally, so that's not the best. But if you're playing some short-term options, yeah, that's really nice. But what's gonna hurt is if you're playing options on silver, it's gonna be good when it starts exploding. Just remember when it starts to not explode anymore and it starts to stagnate a little bit, and you start losing this Kijin or this Tenkin line over here. Tenkin line's soft support right now, so as long as this doesn't lose that, I can keep in trading and keep playing like short-term expiration. But those long-term ones are getting a little sketchy right now just because of the level they're at. Because once that breaks, you're gonna lose your money like so fast. So just be careful with silver if you're aligning yourself longer. Let me check the weekly. XRP hasn't popped. Dude, XRP I've been trying to get such a nice I've been trying to get filled on, but I cannot get filled on. Let me just show you. Like I'm trying to get filled down here, man. I want to get filled at like 13 cents or 14 cents on XRP, but it's trying its hardest to like push through, but I hope it dumps. As of right now, it broke through. So let's see. It's kind of just yeah, it's not really doing anything for me right now, so I'm not really interested in it until it fills. ETH riding coming back to the trend line. WPM, yeah. Let's check that one over here. Weekly bullish DK, really, I like that. Well, let's anchor it. Alright. That's okay, that doesn't matter. We'll just use the Kijin. Not bad actually. I really like this one. We can go ahead and play this one as worst case scenario line over here. But as long as this one doesn't cross back overtime, I would love to go ahead and play this one next week. Especially look at this oversold over here on the RSI and holding up on these levels. Man, send this to the moon. Uh, DAG I will check because I have a bag. I don't know how that's going, but yeah, so DAG is at a really important thing right now. So DAG just keeps doing this pattern up and down, up and down. Doesn't matter if you look at it horizontal level or this pattern technically. I'm used to this happening in crypto where it dumps out of the pattern. So this is something to watch, especially if you if you have like a bearish view on Bitcoin. This makes more sense that it'll end up coming into this buy box just one last time before it pops up again. But DAG had like really nice run the whole entire run all the way up till yeah, early this year, like right before the end of this year, it ended up pumping it started dumping. So I think that that's enough time for it to go ahead and cool off, maybe a little bit more. So mid-July. So let's just see how it performs over here, if it ends up bouncing up or not. I don't think it will by the way it looks right now. So DAG is a pass unless you have some sort of fundamental event for it. But I would rather play the buy box again. And we'll check Ocean because why not? Hmm. Interesting PA. I mean, it's going. Yeah, it's going. It's like a slow grind up. A little concerning because I feel it's going to come down. I don't know what to say. It's not really doing too much for a weekly like that. Not, I wouldn't be a fan of trading it unless you want to like catch like bouncers or something. So that's a pass. I'm sorry. UUP calls. Ooh, let's check that. Cheddar flow. UUP. Okay. Let's see what we find here. Nothing on Friday. Okay. Microsoft. Microsoft Friday. Lots of unusuals time. Unusuals building into low OI as well. So, okay. Not bad. So these guys are expecting 195 on Microsoft on Friday. What's Microsoft looking like? Microsoft. Oof. So they're expecting a blow off in all-time highs. What a nice target, to be honest. This looks really nice. Nice weekly right now. Um, daily struggling a little bit, but let's check it over here. Oh, I've done Microsoft before. Did I now? Yeah, apparently I did. Yeah, not bad. I'm not really worried about Microsoft at the moment. It's not really losing any kind of important levels for me, for which would be the keygen for me. And it just needs to flip over this POC over here. Yo, thank you for the follow, OJ Supra, the man. Yeah, once it clears over this POC, that's totally possible in my opinion. So I really like this play. Let's a little expensive, but we can give you guys an example of this one too. Okay, ready? MSFT, select option, um, July 10th, and they're doing 195 strikes. Okay, one moment. Okay, 50 and 250. No, we'll do 350. Okay. 100 shares of it. Let's make sure we got the right stuff open up. Okay. Let's not make the number so high. Okay, that's better. No, there's something wrong here. Hang on. 250 and 150. There we go. That's better. Okay. So the upside potential would be is if this one does go ahead and pop, depending on how fast it does pop next week. Let's take a look here. So I am expecting. I mean, for me, it would just be 100% pop. 195. This according to this calculator is saying it's about a 200% gain depending on how it goes. But more so, I'm using this one in the sense of looking at my downside potential. Like, how bad is it going to be if price ends up going down a certain point, and how long does it take for me to go ahead and recover? So these being a July 10th expiration over here, my expiration isn't until this point, and let's just say some magic happens and Microsoft moons and develops a partnership with, I don't know, Tesla or something. So stock goes to like 212. I mean, there's a lot of upside potential, which leaves me far, far away from the downside. So I actually like this play. It's just a little bit more expensive than I would like. But the criteria is over here as far as low OI, um, and just all these sweeps. Just I really like it. The only thing that I don't like about it would be the price of these. That's all. Don't worry about me. What's up? CCL? I wonder if there's any CCL flow. Nobody mentioned that one. Um, CCL's leaning on mostly bearish for that end of things. So let's see. Friday they did short-term Friday plays. Not something I can go off that CCL. Let's check. CCL actually doesn't look bad. So if CCL doesn't lose this base over here, I would say around $14. Worst case scenario around $13. This actually looks like it's ready to go ahead and go to a target of at least, I don't know, 24, 23. So this is actually looking really nice. Let's check this one over here. Because I feel like since everybody's just pretty much going to the beach and everything after everything, so why would they care about cruises? I mean, technicals are really nice over here. It's over the POC. It's into the Ichi clouds. It's very, very nice. I like this one a lot. So something to pay attention to. I would rather want to play this like midweek or on a Friday just to see how exactly it goes because I don't think I'm going to be able to judge this just on Monday how this goes. There is a possibility this still can go ahead and pull back. We have a lower level down here, so we'll see. As long as this doesn't lose this level, this is like a very important level for it to lose. You don't want it to come down here. Even tap the POCs you don't want is not something you want. No, I didn't talk about Diz. We can check Disney. Disney's really, really, really nice over here. Um, wow, okay. So Disney already broke through the clouds, already consolidated and support tested it around this upper area as well. So maybe a little bit lower, I would say, if worst case scenario we do go over here. But a little bit more sideways, and this is ready to go. We have a gap fill up over here. I would assume they're going to be opening up their. I don't know how long they're really shut down for like their main Walt Disney area and everything. So that will most likely be a big factor as well if they end up closing that even further. I mean, we're not exactly through the safe zone over here, so we really need to make this past June to get this really safe. So I think if everything stays good, I think by the end of June, this will go ahead and pump. But keep in mind, next week's June, which is awesome. My whole narrative for June is I'm trying to play more call plays in the end of June, just because my whole mindset in May was sell in May and go away. So now in June, it's buy in June and send it to the moon, or at least try to buy some dips for at least moves up, moves to the upside. Uh, gold. Gold is another one for this week. We were talking about gold last week. Let me turn this on. So we mentioned this cluster over here. We said that this needed to hold. Did a really nice job. It held a little bit of a sweep down below it, which is normal. But the candle recovery candle was great. So everything is back over this PA. I would say for this week, once again, we have this box. I want to rise. I want to keep rising these boxes because it's not going to help us if we come down. So right now, gold's not looking too hot. Let's see how it opens up in the morning. But if this holds, we just need gold to stay up for another day or two. Or I mean, I'm sorry, another week or two, and I think you'll see that 1800 target come through. Yeah, this isn't looking bad at all. Especially since the flow's supporting everything. I was talking about this last stream. There's just so much order flow for GDX. Well, a lot of these miners, it's all leaning towards that's leading to the bullish side of things. Who was that? What was that? 78% bullish. So I really like the flow for gold. What else do you guys got for me? Do you guys got anything before I go on to my list of things? Because we have a lot of tech stocks I want to go over. I want to check INTC. So if you guys have something, let me know. Pen calls. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are trading pen. Pen, National Gaming. Yeah, not bad. I'm not the best at playing continuation plays on stocks. Once I see moves like this and I miss it, I'm just like, oh man, options are risky. I can't do my normal type of thing I typically would. So I don't like doing that. I'm sure you can make some more money out of it. But for me, it's like, hey, I want to catch this move before it goes because I know options pricing and this shit's going to be expensive. It's going to be popular, it's going to be expensive, and it's just not something I want to get into. I'm more of a guy that likes getting into something that's OTM and then going from there and being like, all right, well, I'm in the money now, so making more money than you. But let me answer a couple DMs too before I go on it. Let's see. Okay, hold on. No DMs that are too crazy. Okay, we can go over these at the end of the stream. They're not that big of a deal. It's just little stuff, just charting request and so I just want to explain something to a couple other people. So somebody is asking me a good question in here. So here's something that might help you guys. Here is going to be a good example would be, let me see if I can find one of these tickers. Okay, here's a good one. Let me turn this off. Alright, according to my range, this is the range, okay? This is the coronavirus stomp. We'll just go ahead and ignore that. Let's assume things are going to go ahead and go back to the range, okay? You have a technical target at the top range, which would be up over here, or even up over here, 96, whatever it is, if you don't want to aim exactly up here, this channel, okay? And then you have another target around this area. All right, so you're doing call options and you're betting, hey, I'm betting that these strikes are going to hit. Perfect. Okay, so you got step one of doing a call option ready. Okay, you figured out what strike you want. Now, the next thing you need to figure out is, well, how long do you think it's going to take for this to hit? Now, that is it sounds like a tricky question, and you're like, well, how would I supposed to know when that's going to hit? What's going on? It's making these beeps, and I don't know where they're coming from. Um, yeah, so you're like, people normally, that's what they end up telling me. They're like, well, hold on, who's, sorry. Oh, there are protesters around me. My friend's mom's like freaking out, and she's like, watch for the dogs. I'm like, my dogs are gonna be fine. Okay. So, you're up here and you're focused on, sorry, I'm just lost my train of thought there. So, you're betting that the price is going to end up hitting 88 and there's somebody else that's betting that the price is going to end up hitting 100, okay? I'm betting that it's going to end up hitting 88, but the price is over here. So my guess on how long it's going to take is typically 2 to 3 months is when I like my price action to play out. I don't like to wait a long time period for things to play out that are like over that time period because then I have to figure out, hey, am I going to scale into positions? Am I going to go ahead and have to do it as a block player? What am I going to have to do? So anything after 3 months ends up being something I'll aim for like a leap for instead, and that's something I'll cost average in over time. So if you're doing something for like a weekly, that means you're betting that there's going to be a lot of volatility and this is going to explode. Like some people would say at this point, hey, there's consolidation over here. I think this is going to pop. If you think this is going to pop over here, that's when you would play a call play. But if you think this is going to happen within a month, if you're buying OTM plays, you're gonna want this to hit and exceed over here. You're gonna want it to go buy over here. But if you're seeing like two or three green candles that are like 5-10% ones, that's where volatility is going to be in your favor. So if you're seeing aggressive green candles right to this line and you're seeing that within a week, that's what's going to be the best for you is going to be the directional volatility if you can go ahead and play it that way. But if not, for me, I'm always like, well, let's wait for my TA to play out. I would end up doing something where it's like, hey, let me find something like, I can probably find something on this one, QCOM. Hang on. So look at this expiration date. This one's good. It's a split play, but that's fine. It's an example. 821 expiration date, strike of 85. So this person is giving himself some time for 821 is over here. Well, that's 820, but that's good enough. Okay, so that's 821 right over there. So, and the strike is 85. 85. Okay, so you have this strike. Anything over that strike makes you in the money. Okay, that's your goal as an options trader. Is you want to be in the money. Doesn't matter which way you're going. More in the money you get, more money you make. Um, the other part, if it's you're not getting in the money, you're betting on volatility to where it's doing something crazy and aggressive like this. That's where you're making money through volatility, which is one of my favorite things to do here. That's why I like it so much. So that's what so in my head is basically going like this. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if this is going to break out yet. It could break out mid-June, whenever it is, but I think it's definitely going to break out by July 4th. So July 4th comes, price starts booming up over here and starts consolidating over here. So now I'm deciding, hey, I'm already in the money. Price keeps going up and down on there. Am I going to go ahead and wait for that leg up? I've already made money because as you can tell, here's the expiration date. Price is already going towards my strike area, and now it's consolidating with tons of time left. And now, if you notice, there's earnings over here. That's one thing you have to watch out for. And it's like, hey, am I going to go ahead and play the earnings play and risk my whole entire bag of gains up here? Because if earnings goes wrong and this gap's down over here, you're probably going to get wiped out of everything you did on those options on the upside over there. So that is something to keep in mind of over there. But yeah, if this goes through over here and we get around this point, that would be great. You're super deep in the money at that point. You'd be a couple 100% up. But you gotta keep in mind that these expiration dates, you really do not want to hold anything to the expiration date. You're gonna lose all your money, like guaranteed. You're almost gonna always lose your money. Exxon Mobil. Yeah, Exxon Mobil's another good one. Once we can go ahead and get this break through the cloud, there's tons of gaps to play with and work on. ExxonMobil, I wouldn't mind doing some plays on. I tried before. Oof. So these aren't bad. These are sweeps. Thoughts on Golden Spy sweep 291 put? You are talking about puts at 291 for that one? I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, okay. Spy puts. Let's see if there's anything that meets up on that. I mean, there is the gap down there, so unless you're playing the gap, but that's the thing with the gap is that you have so many structures up here on the upside that you would really want it to break on a different type of time frame before you went ahead and did that. So like, there's this structure over here that's just based off those wicks and everything, and there's a Keaton support over here. So it's really hard to go ahead and assume that that's gonna break until you have levels fully break out down there. So I don't know. I'm just not 717. Okay, so you're giving yourself a little bit of time. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, even on my Ichi standpoint, there might be a little bit of a pullback over here, but it's not something that I would really bet on personally. That's just me. Some people might, but I've seen that puts have not been working out for people at all. So they might work if you're doing like those small ranges. The only kind of puts that have been working out for me is when I go ahead and do it this way, where I wake up early in the morning and I play something for the first, like, within the first hour or two. So if you're good at doing those kind of short-term puts, man, go for it. But I want those, I want those OTM plays. I need like 100% at least. Spice. Yeah, I'm actually gonna look at Tesla plays. So, yeah, let's take a look. So obviously these guys, I'm sure they're gonna play on this. So those guys that went into space, they looked pretty chill and relaxed in there. There wasn't like, they didn't look like they were uncomfortable. Everything landed perfectly fine. So it was really good. I would say this isn't a bad bet. We're looking at the red box over there, so this red box has been pretty important for me this whole entire time. If we could stay over it, that'll be great. Right now, we're struggling on Spice, but once again, who knows how it'll react on Monday. So we'll definitely keep this one on watch. Let's see what they're saying over here. Spice futures be ripping. There's futures. Spice gap up to 408 Dude, they started linking stock twits on over here, so it just seems like a troll box. Look at these guys; they're all losing money. I'm just kidding, but it sounds like Wall Street bets. What calls are you buying? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no. Spy screen. SPX. Oof. Look, it's still going. Are we still recovering? Look at this. Oh man. It's going. Futures people, man. Do I have any viewers that are futures? If you guys are future watchers or future players. Okay, so let's go back to tech. So the main focus right now, if you guys do want to spot bottoms, is I'm looking for things that are entering the clouds, that are breaking out of the clouds, or getting ready to, or already have been consolidating in the clouds, ready for a breakup. Marvel's one I've been talking about several. I mean, I've been showing this one for like over a year now. This is one of those 5G companies that are supposed to like launch and be really really nice. Dipped down, now it's out of the range completely. So it's brand new price action, finding some things. I think it's still going to go ahead and hit this $35 target, but I think puts are definitely in order. I think this thing is going to tank when it does go, but it's just going to be a support test. Overall, I think this is really, really strong, and it's great for internal plays or inside plays for like the day. Tesla's already has the breakout, so like we already have targets on Tesla from the last couple streams for target one, target two. So as long as here's the magic with Tesla. Tesla can't lose the structure over here with the keygen and everything. Then you'll have a cloud bounce, and then we'll go unless we break down completely. But as of right now, and everything that happened, this is guaranteed to hit, is what it sounds like. I don't think there's anything bad about Tesla that can be brought up at this point. I mean, maybe financials, but I think some of these call buyers are gonna make some big money. Yeah, we could check that one. Octa. Oh my God. Yeah, it looks like this one's ready for another leg up. Oh my God, Jesus, what is this thing? No big deal. Coronavirus dip, no big deal. Just up a nice little 100%. Wow, insane. And look at this cloud bounce over here too. Wow. Yeah, this is nice. I'm sure options are gonna be priced insanely and gonna reflect the green candles. But hey, if you're into that, that's cool. I would love to catch like a top on this one for like some sort of retrace. Apple over here. Once Apple breaks this level over here, we have just this little zone to break on Apple with these candles up here. I think Apple's gonna go for it. So see if there's some flow on Apple. AAPL. Okay. Expiration date. Hmm. So this one, it's priced at 22 bucks. Let's look for the low OIs. Short term. I think these puts are gonna get annihilated come tomorrow. Yeah, not too much going on in Apple. What else? Dime, you still here? No dime. Okay, we lost time. ABC. ACB. It's trying to break out, but it's coming back into the clouds. I really don't like the price action on ACB. So the place for Tesla tomorrow, I honestly won't know until open and see how this opens tomorrow. But the thing with Tesla is going to be if it's going to go green, you're going to want to do it on open because if it runs off open, then that's things are going to go insane right off open. So what I'll do is I'm just going to go ahead and have this open and set it to most recent bids and see what comes through. Porky. Where is Porky? Let's check out Porky's Twitter. There goes that noise again. Where's I want to see his stock quotes. Best quarter ever, dude. That's it. Really is. Riots, viruses, unemployment, stocks just keep mooning. That's real American, I think. Nvidia is gonna go nuts tomorrow. Oh, SQQ, you guys wanted me to check. Yikes, I don't know. I think they're gonna make some more lows for these shorters. Unless this finally kicks in. If this finally kicks in, this is gonna be nuts. But there's no signs of it kicking in yet. Maybe a slight little pump over here. Oh, one thing to pay attention to would be is this one. So I've seen a lot of people in my thing saying that they're bearish on gold. All right, well if you're bearish on gold, then put your money there, man. Don't just say you're bearish. So this is one of those like two-time bear shares. Okay, this reacts beautifully to gold's reactions poorly. So options are nice and fun too. You can play spot, whichever one you want to do. But this is one to definitely go ahead and watch out for. If you're wondering what happened over here, so this one was one of the ones that took a big beating from coronavirus. It like so here's what happened here. Ignore the pricing because the pricing got readjusted. So they did this like scam pump and dump on this one. This is real. They did a scam pump and dump over here, and then it's restructured and is now is all the way down over here. So we're basically forming new price action with this little gap up here, which I don't know if it's gonna fill, what's gonna happen here, but yeah, this one just was just a big scam. But it's been real fun playing this one, especially if gold's going down and you think it's gonna be coming down. I don't at this moment. Sil's another one which I think is going to hit an all-time high come very soon. Just a little bit level, just a small little level to break. And I think once 40 plus breaks, we're going to go ahead and see 45 over there. Let's check RGLD. RGLD is a runner. I'm actually was hoping for a pullback on this one, but that dip that it had, it's just been mooning and running over through just a little bit more for an all-time high than 150. What else do we got? Remix. Remixes of this one's been going really nuts. I missed this one altogether. I should have paid a little more attention. It got into the clouds, top of the clouds tapped, uh, pushed right through. Now it's soft support on Tenkin. Let's go ahead and see how it forms. I'm probably going to go ahead and pass on this one altogether, so we won't dwell too much into that one. GLD is looking really, really nice. I'm hoping it ends up holding this area, so we can go ahead and pump out through. Oh, that's not GLD. What the heck? Okay, there we go. My other screen showed it. Okay. So yeah, we're still in this area over here, so we're gonna go ahead and see if this goes to a bearish TK or what it does over here. But we have levels. We have this upper level if it breaks at 164, 165, lower level at 158. 158 breaking would be pretty bad because if 158 breaks, it would be 150 for sure, and 150 breaking would be I mean, 144. There's a lot of low targets of 150 breaks. That would ruin a lot of things. Even on this end of things, like 150 breaking over here, these are weekly structures, and that breaking would be really bad for gold. So, or at least GLD for this one. But overall, GLD had a really nice run up. What else is on this list? AGQ's one. I still want to go ahead and try to play. I still think AGQ is going to hit 43 or yeah, 43 up there. So something to keep an eye on. Nougat, not something I want to play really. I was hoping that it would have had more of an explosive move once it got into the clouds, but it's getting a little weak over here. GDX, same thing. We're just looking to see how this week performs, if we get these bearish TKs or not. Crypto, crypto, crypto. Yeah, I think this is ready for round two. So I'm really watching new over here. Let me turn this off. Doge, is it ready? Looks like Doge is ready to go. LTC, UST, BCH, XBT. Let's look at it again. See what happened here. Man, still nothing. Do I want to take a play with you guys at the end? Should I take a play with you guys at the end? Just say yes or no, and I'll do it. Oh, so all these candles are rebound green candles. What a scam. So they all dumped, and they're all coming back up a little bit. ETFs is a big play for tomorrow too. I really, really want to play these guys. If stocks keep on mooning, these are set up so nicely on Ichi. They're ready for a breakout over here, especially EEM. I got burned on this one. Lost a little bit of money on this. So I would love to get some revenge trade. Just kidding, it's beyond revenge trade. But I would love to get some kind of trade back in to make some money on EEM, just because it does really nicely. Just like kind of fucked up on it. Briggs and Stratton Company rejected off the clouds a couple times. It's just not breaking through right now, but it's pretty cheap right now. I just don't know how farming equipment is. Yeah, buy when there's looting in the street. So here's the moneymaker for tomorrow is eBay. eBay's already on a run up. It's like they knew. It's like they knew this riot stuff was gonna come up. All right, jokes aside, yeah, eBay looks like it's gonna hit all-time highs next week. Let's see if there's flow to support this. 619, $45 calls at a dollar. Let's go. Let's see if these are gonna be valid tomorrow morning. So, I will keep this one short. See if anybody likes to stream just a tad. Well, actually, now let's. Amazon might stop deliveries. There is no way they stop deliveries. I would be so surprised. I mean, who knows? Anything is possible. But I mean, I don't know, man. That'd be pretty wild. Because yeah, that would just be nuts. Like I'm trying to think about like how nuts that would be if they stopped deliveries. They deliver to so many people, and so many people would be so mad, and like so many old people are reliant on Amazon. It's just oof. That'd be a big one. Yo, you guys that have been watching in Twitch, you 8 viewers, I appreciate you guys, man. So what else, guys? Anything else you guys want me to check? Or oh, Beastie's still here. Beastie, give me some tickers, man. He appreciates us. What more do you want? Do you want Bitcoin? After hours. These are the gainers after hours on Friday. Volume. Did you check Zill? No, I didn't check Zill, but I can. That's my second biggest bag. Aside from ZRX, which is this one. See, like, here's a great example, guys. Again, out of the range from August. This one's headed to the moon. I'm gonna break even. Um, yeah, this is headed towards. This is just like ADA. Look at this one. So let me pull up ADA. ADA. I'll just pull it up over here. ADA. BTC. No. But look at these targets for ADA, dude. Like, you're gonna get rich off these targets. This one target's all the way up 280%. Then it's gonna be all. It looks like a Bitcoin chart, man. Um, where's my ADA chart? ADA BTC. Okay, yeah, here we go. All right, notice how like stop drawing boxes. Okay, okay, hold on. This is gonna be a great example. Okay, tap, tap, pop, and tap. Now we're gonna go ahead and go to Zill again. If that tap there, and this like kind of went down, where do you think the price action is gonna go from there? All the way up here. But you gotta look a little bit lower too. You got this level up over here. So you have to draw that one. But all things says that at the end, here's the final hard target for this one. So this one has another 100% to go. So off the bottom, it's already up out of that buy box. Well over 100%, holding strong. Congratulations, everybody who's been in Zill for like the longest time for a year now. Bag holding achieved. What else, guys? You guys got anything else juicy? Do you guys want to learn anything? Do you guys want some secrets? Anything at all? Something you don't understand? Something about cheddar flow? Something about this lovely anchored VWAP that I'm trying to understand? Like, look at that. Disney looks so nice according to this. It's popped over. Man, Dime's still here. Dime would love this one. Can you share the trading view setup? Um, well, I mean, I use Ichi and B bands, and I use them in combination with together. Like, I don't use one without the other. So that's really just my only setup for that. I mean, I have stock RSI, EMA, and other things down over here, but more relevant on these. If I was going to suggest another tool, it would be the VWAP on TrendSpider. I think TradingView has it, but I don't really know. But this one is really helpful for me. And just like the volume profile, being able to see the volume shelves over here, the POC, those things are really helpful for me. Let me check Lulu. Oh yeah, dude, somebody else mentioned Lulu. Dude, buy the dip on Lulu is what I should have been doing all my life. Just buy the dip and long Lulu. So I plan to do that. Anytime Lulu dips, I will be longing. Options are nice and healthy on there. Man, they're not gonna like, I don't know. This just shows me like, I don't care if there's an economic disaster, rioters, everybody, all the women are buying Lululemons. Everybody. And you know the other one that's my friends keep telling me it's gonna cure cancer with their movies is AMC. Does anybody else think it's gonna cure cancer? I think it'll cure cancer once it gets over like I don't know, they're expecting like some crazy moon act. I'm being sarcastic there. Oh no, what's going on? ATVI, I don't know what happened there, but it just pulled me up on this chart. Man, ATVI. Oof. A lot of Lululemon on Craigslist right now. Yep. They're getting free marketing and promotions. What else could you ask for? ATVI looks so nice. Lululemon did look really nice. It's something I would keep buying on pullbacks. But Activision, oof, what a monster. Roku not doing so hot. You would think it would do good, but no. The trading desk should moon. This is SoCal's thing. It's telecommunications. I don't think these. I don't know. It's so quiet. This guy's right. Like it's the market's so calm over here for this one. This thing's normally typically pretty nuts. It's setting up really nicely on the daily. I mean, the weekly does have some concerns over here, but as of right now, the target lies just by what I'm seeing at $22. ZM puts post earnings. I've been wanting to grab some ZM puts for quite some time now, but the stock is just monstrous. That weekly is just insane. Um, I mean, earnings look volume flows got volumes coming in too, so I'm sure if I switch over here, there'll be more supportive behavior on this side. Let me just double check. ZM. Yeah, man, like, see, this looks so good. Let me move this over here. Yeah, this one doesn't look bad. I mean, it really hasn't lost any levels. It hasn't really lost the cloud. And everybody. Yeah, I mean, I'm not much of a fundamentals guy, so me making any kind of comment here on earnings is just strictly speculation. Um, I mean, my whole thing with that would be is, I mean, everybody's been buying it. The one big thing about them that probably won't do good is actually the reason I'm bearish is because the minute they started doing really, really good, every one of the companies like Google, Facebook, all of them, they were like, "Oh, look, now you can use our products for free. So you can use our Google Hangouts and chats and use them all for free." So they basically shit on Zoom and said, "Hey, you have a product that you charge people money for. Well, we already take money from people and that through advertising and clicks and other stuff, so we're going to offer it for free." And Google's is honestly a lot better. I mean, it's easier for me. I have a lot of people already on Google. Zoom's cool, but it's not as good as Google in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. But yeah, I mean everything is looking really good for tomorrow. I'm really excited. Qualcomm I'm looking forward to as well. Looking to see if this gets back in the channel. So big plays for tomorrow lie in SLB as well. This is one I'm focused on. Friday at the end of the day, I ended up grabbing some more, and the day before. So this one's doing really good. Yes. So yeah, if you don't like having an account link to it, that is definitely difficult. And just to check on order flow real quick for the degen section of things, you had some really crazy stuff come in. SPXU came in, but these are short-term expirations. UAL, let's pull this one up before we go. UAL. All that volume with no price action makes me think this is going to explode. It's just been kind of ranging here and there. So something to watch for. Let's check it over here real quick. UAL. Because you know everybody loves airlines. Yeah, so this isn't setting up badly either. So it's price actions forming on the volume shelf over here, right over the POC. Not only that, you have a daily TK that happened over here, which is great. So the only thing that we really need to do is go ahead and it would be nice to consolidate just a little bit more on the volume shelf over here, make it a little bit stronger, or price action can go ahead and get right into the clouds over here. Once price action gets into the cloud, you'd have the first soft target of about 38. And for me personally, I'd aim for about like 44, 45 for here. I mean, you have a gap fill up over here, so there's plenty confluent things. It doesn't matter how I talk about it, whether it's via ET, whether it's price action, whatever bullshit I can come up with. I mean, everything meets up. Doesn't matter which way it is. What matters is my stop area and my area where things go wrong. So where things go wrong for me would be as if this whole POC area breaks. The reason for that would be is because this is a volume shelf over here. You have the keygen over here. You have the soft support tenkin over here, and that would just mean that this rejection on these clouds is a lot stronger than it was. So more we get a rejection. But right now everything for the future is opening up. Uh, it's so it's not really nice, but I'm being assumptuous just because I know how it forms sometimes. So what I'm looking at over here is what I'm hoping is Yo Beastie. I know who's still watching since I'm about to end stream. Dude, I saw this in the scape. It's a little squirrel. I don't know where this person got it, but that thing was the coolest pet I've seen. Um, so I completely forgot what I was saying. Yeah, my stop structure. So Yeah, that's pretty much the stop. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Here we go. So this is what I'm being a little assumptuous on. So you see how that's forming over there? So I'm assuming over here, since it's forming like this one, price action isn't bad. Price is forming on the volume shelf, right over the POC, right over the keygen. Everything is going good. So the way Ichi works is it's a predictive indicator. So it's kind of assuming what's going to happen because it's a couple hours ahead. So I'm assuming, from my experience, it's going to end up closing up. Clouds are going to go like this, and then we're going to go ahead and have a Kumo twist fully green to where this green line flips to the upside. And to give a visual example of this, I mean, this is just a small example, but no, we can do a better example actually. Here we go. Here we go. Here's an example for yours. So it's gonna go ahead and I could have used any line. Um, it's gonna go ahead and flip where the green line goes from the bottom to the top, and these clouds are gonna end up flipping over. So that would be the ideal goal for over here, but that's where it's gonna happen. If we do end up getting that, we're gonna get this price action to be explosive. And BTC, before we wrap up, yes, sure. XBTC USD. Zooming in. Ooh, okay. Okay, Bitcoin. What are you doing here? What is it doing here? It's trying. This is the magic box. You guys had better pray. Like, you know what? I'll hang on with you guys for a minute more and see how this hourly opens. It's gonna be a bit. It's gonna be big. Let's hope it opens. Let me turn off the YouTube. Let's hope it opens up nicely. That's the magic thing right here is if we can open up over this range, which it doesn't look like it at all. And I'm coming to that conclusion because you have 30 seconds left. You have a candle wick that's being rejected up here. So something's going on over here. I don't have any of the tools open to see the numbers up here, but I already know how structures form. So that's pretty shitty. It's getting rejected. So it would need to continue this pump over, I would say, at least over this dotted line before it closes. So let's see if it does. I'm not going to move my mouse. And this is how I determine a scalp as well. So I remember the last stream I did that 50 times with you guys. That shit turned out so nice. So I'm so glad I took that long because I actually ended up holding it past the stream and it did really good. So not very often I do a 50 times like that and hold it 24 hours. So it opened over the candle body base, not bad. So so these are the kind of annoying things with scalps. So it opened up, but it didn't open up as good as I wanted to, and it still needs to clear over here. So this means that I'd have to wait for another hour and see how price action forms. I can go short, but I mean this isn't really. It's 10 o'clock. It's not really the time to short for me. I have time periods as far as what time I'll do it. So as of right now, I think this is going to be coming back down just because it did poorly, and it'll come back to 9,522. So that's just super, super short term. I'm just doing it because I'm thinking as like a scalper at the moment. So we'll see what happens over here. Let's see if this can actually go ahead and clear over. I'll do another update midnight. I will probably be up late. So if you guys have questions, you guys want to ask me, whether it's about options, you guys want to toss around ideas, or Beastie, if you want to play some video games, let me know. I will be around, and everybody have a good night.